babies, hello my loves, marhaba happy birthday. So today we are going to do a quick New Year's resolutions video. I have giant lashes on. I was playing with eyeshadow and then my winged liner went wonky and I was like, I know, I have a solution. Because I got really angry for a minute and I was going to wipe it all off. I was like, I'm going to put giant lashes on, then you can't see the liner as much and I'll feel better because I love giant lashes as of like now. So I don't know, this past week I've been all about lashes, but full-on lashes. So yeah, the other thing I wanted to tell you before I launch into the video is there are a couple things on my face today that I talked about in my Illamasqua haul from Thursday, I believe. I'll link the haul down below. I showed you the white blush and Intrigue and then the Pigment and Static. So I have the white blush and the Pigment on today. The white blush I put on top of my normal blush, so I almost used it as a highlighter today. You could mix it in with your normal blush, but I sort of like putting it alongside it, so I almost have two kinds of blushes running side by side. I don't know, I like it. It's definitely an intense look, but I like it. And then Static, which is that Pigment, is what I've got on as a highlight, and I do have it on top of my lipstick as well. It's just the most beautiful pigment I've just ever experienced. So yeah, I didn't want to mention that real quick. Anything else that I want to tell you guys? I'm just gonna launch into this. I know we're sort of midway, almost more than midway through the month, but I haven't had a chance to sit down and reflect about 2015 yet, so I thought I would use this opportunity to do that. And I've sort of divvied up my resolutions out of this year into two categories, health and happiness. And I've written them down in this little journal, so I will tell you, I'll walk you guys through them. My second or third video on YouTube, over a year ago, can I say any more times, was labeled 2014 the year of happiness. It was basically my resolutions video, and YouTube was one of the things that I was doing for myself in 2014 to ensure a year full of more happiness. And so I sort of went back and looked at that and sat and did some sort of reflection in trying to figure out what I want for this upcoming year. And I think I've gotten myself to a good place. It's been a crazy, busy, hectic couple weeks, and so it was really nice to have that chance to just decompress and reflect on all that. So I'm going to share mine. Please let me know what you guys are doing in this new year for you, what goals you've set for yourselves, what tips you have, because I think a lot of us have things like we want to be healthy or more organized or whatever. If any of you have found good tips to stay on track and all that kind of good stuff, let's share in that below. And now let me read to you my lovely resolutions in just a way to share with you guys, and also I feel like it helps keep us accountable when we share our stories. So definitely don't let this be a one-way conversation. Let's talk about it in the description or the comment section. So my health goals are, I've always we've talked about this whole weight thing, right? And so usually when I sat down to write resolutions, it was lose X amount of pounds by the end of the year, and it always ended up being focused on a number. And it can get to a negative place. So I'm going to focus on being healthy, feeling stronger, and just treating my body better. So I have made a commitment to drink more water, and to help me do that, I've bought a Brita water bottle. That way I'm I haven't been drinking tap water since I've been in the UK. I've been strange. I get sick enough without drinking tap water that I'm not used to. So I've been recently not drinking as much because I don't have enough bottled water. So what I did, I went to Amazon and I bought a Brita Fill and Go water bottle. I'll leave a link to the one that I picked up because it was a lot cheaper on Amazon than anywhere else. And yeah, so I'm going to make a commitment to drink my 1.5 liters a day to just sort of help keep everything in tip-top shape. My second is to take my vitamins. So I don't know if I've ever told you guys, I have a thyroid problem. My thyroid does not work. I take a pill to combat that. It's a whole other story. But in conjunction with that, there are a bunch of vitamins that, because of my makeup and my blood and all that kind, not makeup, woohoo, pretty makeup, the makeup inside of me, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I have low iron deficiency. I have low iron. I have an iron deficiency. And I don't know, there's a bunch of other vitamins that I'm supposed to be taking that I haven't taken in a year. So I'm going to go to Muji, actually as soon as I finish filming in this lovely face and makeup. I'm going to head over to Muji and get myself one of those little pill boxes. yeah, if there was any other way I could feel like an old lady it's having in my pillbox. But I think it'll be easier if I get myself organized, and that way I'll take my vitamins and that'll help me, you know, keep that energy going and in full force. My third is to start eating better. So balancing my meals out. I love carbohydrates like nobody's business, and so I'm not going to stop eating carbohydrates. That would be a bad idea for everyone. But I feel like trying to balance my meal. So I'm trying to avoid the idea of a diet, because that brings the whole kind of brings me to a very negative headspace. And I'm going to focus more about eating sort of well-rounded meals, focus more on fruits and veggies, try to cut out the processed foods as much as possible. I think if I can cut out processed foods, okay, I thought I got glitter in my eye or something, sorry. Yeah, if I can cut out the processed foods and sort of balance my meals out, I think that's going to be a good start. And my third is to start moving. I'm going to start low-key. I'm not going to go like full-on crazy exercise mode, but I definitely want to start jogging, going on long walks again. Like, I walk a lot now, but sort of with the intent of walking, because I'm doing it for fitness. There's a different movement. Your body moves faster with more intention. So focused on that. And then starting to have, you know how there are little fitness videos on YouTube? So if I find any really great ones, I'll share them with you guys, but you guys share with me your favorites as well. You know those ones you can watch like 10 minutes long? There's some fitness like stuff you can do in your room, just to sort of ease myself back into it. So that's my fourth health-oriented goal. And then I've got 5 for my happiness. So the first one is I want to do like one event or one thing each week that I look forward to. So whether it be a movie or a show or high tea, it's just the idea of like celebrating the end of the week and making it through, but also having something to look forward to, I think will be a good positive what is the word I'm looking for? A good positive experience. The word is motivator, maybe? Yeah, so that's my first one. The second is to get myself back to my daily sort of morning and nighttime meditation. And the meditation being nothing sort of spiritual religious or any of that. It's just the idea of setting my intention for the day. So I don't know if I talked to you guys about this before, but I was working with somebody, and in terms of like sort of happiness and sort of like not a lifestyle coach. She's not a therapist or like a lifestyle coach. She falls somewhere in between. But we were talking all about like better happiness strategies and dealing with things and all that kind of good stuff. I deal with a lot of stress, as you probably know. And so the meditations focus on like 3 main questions. So the first question being, who am I? The second question, see how rusty I am? I can't remember the second question. What do I want and what is my purpose? And so just spending 10 minutes at the beginning and at the end of the day, closing my eyes, sitting, and just sort of setting a positive intention. So it doesn't have to be those questions. It can just be about sort of taking a beat to just set a positive intention for your day, an intention towards happiness and a positive place. As wishy-washy and sort of that sounds like that might not be your groove, but for me it's about, I usually, as soon as I wake up, I hit that snooze button, I start doing my daily to-do list, and I open up sort of emails and whatever, I just start going, and the stress starts from the moment I open my eyes. So for me, being able to take a beat in the morning just helps me like ground myself, focus on something positive before I get to a more stressful place. As is the case, I feel like anytime we get serious on the channel, my camera decides to go crazy. So I don't know where I stopped, but what I was trying to get at is like that just setting that positive intention for my day is something that I've been lacking, because I feel like I wake up stressed and I go to bed stressed, and so I'm just going to take those 10 extra minutes in the morning and in the evening to do that, and yeah, regroup. It'll be good. My third resolution in the happiness category is to get back to reading. I think I read all of like 5 books last year, which is not good considering that the year before I read like well over 200 books. I know, that was a whole other thing. But I'm not thinking I'm going to get to 200 this year, but it would be nice to read 2 books a month. So that's my goal. If I read more, that's amazing. But I miss reading for fun, and this happens to me every time I'm in school, where it's this feeling that if I'm reading, I should be reading for class, and if I'm not reading for class, I just want to shut off my brain and like watch TV or watch YouTube or whatever. And it doesn't mean I'm not gonna watch short of my shows or YouTube, but I also want to get back to reading because I love it. So 2 books a month. The first book I'm starting with is Gone Girl, which I picked up before I left for Lebanon, but haven't started yet. So I'm going to get into that. I will hopefully then be able to start sharing sort of my monthly favorites, sort of the books I've read. So look forwards to those, and also leave me any recommendations on great books that you guys have read so far this year or last year. Just any books you recommend. My fourth point of positivity is to unplug more often. So I told you guys that I completely unplugged when I was away on holiday, and it was one of the greatest things that I've done for myself, or that I did for myself in 2014. It was just so nice to sort of be in the moment and get away from technology. So I'm going to try to do sort of mini unplugging, unplugging moments. So I'm stepping away from email and YouTube over the weekend to just really experience the weekends and enjoy myself, and then sort of leaving my phone aside in the evening. So maybe after I've had dinner or whatever, I end up scrolling, like I'm on my phone and I'll be scrolling between sort of Instagram, Twitter, email, YouTube. Like it'll be this vicious cycle where I'm not even focused on what I'm doing. I'm just updating everything. So I'm going to make a commitment to sort of leave those to the wayside in the evenings and on the weekends, like late in the evenings, you know what I mean? Not like, okay, well I go to school and then I don't check Instagram ever. No. You guys know what I mean. So just an effort to unplug. And sort of hand in hand with that is my resolution for YouTube in this coming year, which is that I'm going to, I think, scale back to 5 videos a week. I've had this discussion ongoing with a bunch of my friends. Anytime I get overwhelmed by uploads or whatever, they're like, well, what if you get yourself on sort of a more manageable schedule? How does 3 videos a week sound? And 3 videos a week for me, I don't know, it never seemed like it was what I wanted to do. We might get to that point, but for me, I always thought like, oh my god, like I'd miss being able to have more engagement with you guys. I really do. I've said this before and I'll say it again. It is part of my daily happiness to get to sit with you guys, share points of positivity, share something beauty, happiness related, and get that feedback on a daily basis. It's a really positive experience for me. But at this point, I think I'm getting to a point where it's getting a little bit much, just because I don't have the same stability I had when I was working full-time. My schedule isn't as sort of fixed. So what was I getting at? I'm just, with the unplugging over the weekend, I'm going to scale back to 5 videos. That doesn't mean that you're not going to get a video on the weekend sometimes, but I think making a commitment to have 5 videos up a week, Monday through Friday, is just, it's going to help. Yeah. So I think that's all I wanted to tell you guys about this. I hope you guys have an amazing 2015 ahead. I really, really appreciate every comment, every bit of support, every product recommendation, all that kind of great stuff that you guys shared with me in 2014, and I hope that 2015 is absolutely amazing and full of success and happiness and fun brow and lash days. Yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you guys. This video is probably long enough and rambly, which we love, don't we? We love the rambly videos. As it is. But yeah, share with me your resolutions down below. And I think that's all I want to tell you. I'm going to do points of positivity and then I'll be done. So my first point of positivity is the fact that today is Friday. You'll see this on Saturday, but I'm filming it on Friday, which means that I made it through the first week of classes. So exciting. There was a point this week when I was like, I'm getting on a plane and going far away and I'm just done. I don't know, I think my body was just really tired, and so I'm very proud that I made it through the week, and I'm excited for the weekend, but also like ready for next week when it comes. So that's definitely my first point of positivity. So my second point of positivity is watching a movie. I went to see The Theory of Everything, which is the Stephen Hawking movie. It was deep. Like there's been a theme to like everything going on in the past month. It's just very heavy. It was a good movie. I think the act of going to the movies and like buying popcorn and hanging out was probably more of a point of positive than the actual movie. Not to say the movie isn't good, but just go in expecting to like think about the state of the world and of your life and like your existence. Doesn't that sound ominous? It's not a bad movie. I needed the right what do you call it? Context. I should have gotten better context. It was a good experience overall, and it does make my second point of positivity. But yeah, that's that. And then my third point of positivity is what is on my cheeks today. I have been eyeing the Tarte Off the Cuff blush palette for a year, and I remember last year it had come and gone and I hadn't picked it up. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna wait for next year. Next year's palette will be just as good, and I'm not gonna pay the crazy eBay prices. And then this year's palette, or 2014 palette, came out, and it wasn't just as good, and I got so disappointed. So not right before I left, end of December, I ended up purchasing the off-the-cuff palette off of eBay, paying twice as much as I should have, but like twice as much as the regular price. But I love it. It's what's on my cheeks today, and it's just been bringing me a lot of happiness, and I'm glad I finally have it. As always, please share with me what has been making you guys happy recently. I'm gonna head out. I don't know. I like that it's the eyeshadow sort of matches my veil. I hadn't really noticed that until right now. Anyways, I'm gonna be done being goofy. I won't see you guys tomorrow, but I will see you on Monday. So have a great rest of the weekend, whatever it is that you're up to, and happy 2015. I'm gonna leave you guys and send you tons of love and remind you that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye guys.